Yeah, I got a cut. So it has been a while. I haven't posted on my actual page in a minute. A lot of things have been going on in my life, which kind of, made me a little bit hesitant. And it was kind of like a hiatus, right? I got a haircut. That's probably the newest thing that has happened in my life. I also have a girlfriend now, really, really good woman of God. But those are just the small updates in my life. And I also started my own Discord. I started my own Discord. It's not paid. It's just a free Discord that if you want to learn, from me specifically as a person, like if you like me as a guy and you want to be under me, then that's definitely an available resource. I'm going to go ahead and drop that in the bio if you're interested in ever joining just to learn from me, right? And I go based off of your questions. So if you have questions and if you want to learn, how to trade or just learn, the model that I trade, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drop that Discord. It's just a community of traders, right? But obviously it's led by me and also one of my guys, Nate. He's also he's co-leading in that Discord as well. So if you have any questions, he's there too. He trades a different model, different strategy, definitely. But he's still an awesome trader. He's been trading for 6 years. I've been trading for 3 years. I'm going into this is my 4th year of trading right now. So yeah. So in total, it's like what? Oh, I have another guy in there as well. His name is Tochi. He's also been trading for 6 years. So in total, if you need help with people, if you need help or a mentor or anybody, you have like literally 3 guys, right? 2 with 6 years, that's 12 years of experience, and then me with 3. That's 15 years in total of experience that you guys can refer to if you want to, basically get better at trading. But yeah, with that being said, I just want to just tell you guys, right? So I did just have my biggest trading day right here. This was the setup I took. This was the setup I took right here. This was the setup I took, and this was the day. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm super grateful, right? I'm super grateful that I'm at this point, now being year 4 into trading and seeing that, it's just amazing. But I realized that a lot of things needed to happen within me to lead to this point. So the first thing that I noticed that I needed to change was just like, it's crazy because my mentor actually dropped a video on that 2 days ago. And it's like, I was already doing that before he even dropped it. And the video, it was his most recent video. My mentor is Salman. His most recent video is on the 1% of the frequency that 1% of the top day traders have. And it's like, I already knew to do that. For me personally, the frequency I knew I needed to get on was to wake up at 5 a.m. I have a whole thing in my other chat with my other friends, TFC, of waking up at 5, then going to the gym, coming home, taking a cold shower, spending time with God intentionally, then watching a spirit-filled video that, basically filled up my spirit, or watching a sermon. Then shortly after, going on the charts and following my rules. So all before 9 a.m., I had like 4 wins or 5 wins. After following my rules, I would journal. And then after journaling, the next thing would be just to get to work on time, right? So I'm stacking those 6 to 7 wins daily. And I'm on that frequency every single day. Granted, it's not fun. It's not energetic. I'd be tired sometimes. Sometimes I don't even wake up at 5. But there'll be times where if I don't wake up at 5, I make sure to still do those daily wins to stay on that frequency, right? And the next thing I would say was just to eat cleaner, right? Drink water. Doing those things on a consistent basis, those actionable steps, put me at a frequency to where now when I get on these charts, because I'm already operating at a high frequency and because I'm operating at a high level, because of the actions that I'm doing, when I go into the charts, I also implement that same level of energy onto the charts. So it's like I'm not in a form of greed. I'm not in a form of want. I'm not chasing anything. I'm letting things come to me because I'm already living in a life that I love, right? I love waking up at 5 a.m. I love spending time with God. I love taking a cold shower. I love doing something hard in the gym. I love watching those videos and watching sermons to get closer to God. Like, I love doing those things. So it's like outside of trading, I love my life. So because I love my life outside of trading, when I do trade, I'm not trading in a place of need. I'm trading in a place of abundance. You know, I'm not trading in a place of scarcity. So with that being said, it's like that's why I had my biggest trading day today. And it's like, it's only going to get better from here. For me, like, had I had 5 funded accounts, that would have been a 10K day, right? Would have my first 10K month. Like, I've been insane. I've been sick. Like, I literally took one setup, like one, y'all see it, one trade, right? So, you know, I know there's levels to this though. This is just the beginning. And I'm not gonna lie, when I took the trade and I entered and exited, it's like the whole entire time I was in the trade, because I've back tested so much and because I put so much work in, when I entered, I had like literally no emotion. Like, the entire time when I was, you know, it's on XFA, like as the trade is going up and up and up, I'm like, my face like this whole time. Like, I wasn't hyped. Like, it was just quietness, you know? And I think that's where I needed to get to. Like, I think that's what God needed to do to me through the continuous failure. Like, when you fail so many times and you lose, it's like you don't even care anymore. It just becomes data. You just learn the lesson. And when I did that, like, once I was in the trade and I was emotionless, that I just caught my biggest trade today. It's not, I wasn't ungrateful. I was super grateful. I prayed right after. But the attitude, the behavior of getting into the trade and also exiting the trade, right, was all in alignment of a profitable day trader. Because I am extremely profitable. Like, that's just given. Now the behaviors and the mindset and the frequencies matching up behind it. So if you guys are struggling in your journey right now, right, ask yourself, what are you doing on a day-to-day basis? Are you bettering yourself? Like, are you waking up early? Are you eating clean? Are you going to the gym? Are you challenging yourself? Are you spending time with the Lord? Are you reading your Bible? Like, what are your actions every single day before you even trade, right? Once you find that out and you critique it and fix it, I can guarantee you the results will show on the charts. Another thing about discipline too, discipline, it hurts. And discipline, you may seem like you're doing the right things and nothing's happening, but best believe me, do the right things long enough and you will literally see those actions compound. Because I thought, man, I was talking to my friends one time, I was like, man, discipline is so boring. It doesn't feel like it's working, and it's slow. And when you're not disciplined, you get quick results. And I was like, you know what? Even though I feel that way, I'm still going to be disciplined regardless of how I feel. So even though discipline is slow, discipline is boring, and it feels like nothing's happening, inherently, because in the background, like, what you're doing is you're building habits. Inherently, as you're building those habits, doing the disciplined actions, you won't know that the moment you keep doing that, it compounds to one moment where everything just changes. Like, for me, like, right, I was consistent in taking one setup a day, putting on auto lockout, and I have both an auto lockout and daily loss limit of $500 a day. So it's like, I physically cannot blow my account. I'm not gonna lie, the first week of having auto lockout on, I hated it. But then I asked myself, why do I have an internal feeling? Why was I having an internal feeling of like a negative feeling towards auto lockout? And I realized, I searched it on ChatGPT. I struggled with power. I struggled with feeling like, you know, being restrained for me was the issue. So when I finally realized that one trade a day, I needed to shift my identity to telling myself that I am a sniper that takes one shot a day. That's when everything changed. Because at first I went from, oh, I can take how many trades I ever want. You know, it's like, I don't want to get restricted by a system. I shifted my relationship towards taking one setup a day. And now my identity is, I just wait. I wait like a lion in a bush waiting for his prey. I wait like a sniper completing his mission, waiting for the perfect conditions to catch his target. Like, that's my identity. That's my mindset. So with that being said, because I changed my relationship and my identity with one trade a day, now that's all I look for. And look, all the discipline habits that I've been doing, the wins that I've been allocated, has led to this day, a $2,000 day in one setup. Like, I make $2,000 working about 40 hours a week, right? For a month. Like, 2,000 is my monthly paycheck, right? I made that in 8 minutes today. 8 minutes. 8 minutes. So with that being said, like that dopamine of taking one trade a day now, that dopamine now is getting directed towards the right things. I'm getting dopamine from taking one step a day. I'm getting dopamine from seeing how the disciplined habits that I've doing led up to this point. So now I'm going to get addicted to taking one trade a day. I'm going to get addicted to following my rules. I'm getting addicted to discipline. I'm going to forever be disciplined now because I see what it does. I see what it does. Like, things can get really serious when you just stay disciplined and do the right things. But yeah, man. Heed to this, ignore it. But all I know is that one day y'all gonna see me. I'm gonna have a $50,000 day across 10 different, across basically 2 different firms and 10 accounts. My goal right now is just 10 accounts, right? And I don't want to share too many of my goals out here, but yeah, 10 accounts across 2 firms, right? 5 with TopStep, 5 with Lucid. Trade sync those and just trade it, and yeah, and just be comfortable with that. And then anything after that is just really F you money, because like, why do you have 20, 40 accounts? Now you're making 100K months, 300K months, which I'm going to do too. I'm not going to settle, right? I'm going to always scale. But right now, that's my first goal, just 2 firms, 5 accounts with each. But yeah, that was a video. You know, I have a high frequency life, like my mentor said, you know. Shout out to him, bro. He's just really reaffirming what I've been doing. And actually, yeah, right here, I'm gonna show you right here. These are like, this is the, you can see this is like basically me allocating wins in my chat, and I would just post it to keep myself accountable, right? To keep track of it. Yeah, it's right here. Like you see, win 1, win 2, win 3. Yeah, those are the wins I've been taking. But yeah, man, y'all have a good one. Continue to trade well, keep God first, and pray before and after you trade. Journal and just learn about more about yourself. Have a good attitude in and out of trading, and you will succeed. All right, y'all.